Hi guys, welcome to Truth Heals 1111 with your girl Chloe. Let me close my door. Hold on real quick. Okay, perfect. My beautiful brothers and sisters, we are back with another one. Thank you for clicking on this channel or this video, watching the video. Hopefully this reading will resonate with you. This is just a general collective reading, so only take what resonates in this reading and what does not apply, allow it to fly. This is to give you the truth and clarity of what's hidden or what is like what's going on with you and what is hidden in your energy. I can see and I can I already about I okay, so I can kind of have a little bit. I have more of my gifts are a little bit stronger now, so I'm gonna tap in. Um, some of this may resonate, some of this may not. If this is triggering to you, whatever comes out in this reading, I just don't want you to sit in this reading. We will close the end of this reading so we can contemplate where at in our lives do we need to really take a look at, focus on, and just not sit in our thoughts on a particular reading. Again, I love and respect each and every one of you. I hope all of you are confident, determined, successful, feeling good, feeling positive. Your girl is here. And again, I apologize. I'm late. I've been up early, going, and now I have the time to sit here and do this reading. But I do keep my word, so here we are. Collective. So yesterday, right? I really felt a strong energy on my desk, right? Because majority of the readings were coming out like the same way. And I could resonate with the tarot card reading, right? In some aspects, but I did not want to project that to my story, right? Um at the same time it made me feel some type of way. So after my reading, I'm praying. Um and then like all night, right? I'm questioning things, right? Now I'm not questioning my faith, but how things have played out in regards to a few situations that I can resonate with the tarot card reading, right? And so my friend called me today, right? And he can read me like a book, right? And just by like just looking at my pictures and talking to me, right? He's telling me things about myself, right? And I'm like, like what's going on here, right? I thought I was like on a hidden camera, right? And it kind of forced me to be open and vulnerable with him, right? Um, I'm at the point of being in boss mode, right? Boss mode energy, meaning that I am standing 10 toes down on taking the actions and the steps to become successful. I have made a lot of changes within myself that I don't take the time to reflect on. I just keep going, right? And I never give up. Whether I'm in my emotions, whether I'm in my thoughts, I don't let it dictate the actions that I need to take in order to have progress, in order to accomplish something. But at the end of the day, I am very proud that my life is very balanced. Everything is manageable. The only part is when he asked me about love, right? And I said, "Oh, I just want to be friends. I just want to be friends." And he was like, I won't disrespect you, right? Because he knows I'm a Scorpio, right? And this is the crazy part. I'm just be totally honest here with you, right? I am the type, right, that when I meet somebody or if I'm dating, right, I will allow them to be them. And then I make a final judgment, right? Um, they'll ask me certain questions, do certain things, and then I'd be like, yeah, okay, I will allow that person to act or behave, right, as I observe, right? And if it's something that I disagree with, I am just really quick to walk away, right? Um, he says, why do you do that, Chloe? And I said, because I just don't trust everybody, right? And I had to take a really good look at that, right? Because I really don't trust most people. And so he really had to break it down to me, right? He said, somewhere in your life, somebody let you feel that emotion of mistrust. And since that, after that first incident of feeling mistrust, that has been built within inside of you to where he said this to me like, do you recognize when you're being judgmental in regards to not trusting someone? Why why would you he asked me this, he says, why would you judge somebody without really getting to know them or getting close to them, or you know what I'm saying, feeling them out and really working on things, giving somebody that opportunity. And the reason why is that mistrust, right? But then he took it even deeper, right? He says, Chloe, do you trust yourself, right? um and that's where it hit me, right? There's sometimes, like, I'm not perfect. I may have broken a few hearts in my past and made amends to those hearts that I have broken. My heart has been broken, so I made amends to myself, right? um but do I trust myself today? That was a really good question. So collective, when it comes to, trusting someone, meeting somebody new, getting to know somebody, um, do you do you trust yourself? Are you willing to trust yourself to not be judgmental towards anybody, but giving an opportunity for you to meet somebody and, you know, um, make a memory, see where it goes? Because again, no matter how much healing I do, I still keep making changes. I still keep healing. I'm not perfect. I'm still learning. I'm open minded to learning new things, especially about myself. And now I understand why I may have trust issues because I may not trust myself. Now, when I say I don't trust myself, it's like because I'm a Scorpio. I don't trust myself about how I'm going to react to certain situations that may put me in my mental and my emotions. I have allowed a lot of things in my life weigh me down or push me. I'm like that soda can effect, right? I will let things build up, build up, build up, build up, and then pop, right? But now today, I'm quick to say how I feel, what I think, and I just don't care anymore, right? But I trust myself not to overreact. So there's a certain mistrust there because in any form or fashion, if as soon as I feel some sort of way, I may not know if I am able to keep my composure. So this is why I am working on that. So if this resonates, that story could help you. I hope it does. I have prayed about it. And I'm going to learn how to trust myself, and give. Now, I'm not looking to date, I'm not looking for a relationship, but what I'm saying is I'm willing to maybe be open-minded to at least having a conversation, because right now I can't even have a conversation. Baby, if it's not bringing me no stability, no growth, no learning, I just don't want it. I don't have time for the distractions, things like that. But in the near future, I will say that I will start trusting myself just a little bit more when it comes to working with people, places, and things. There are still good people in the world. Not everybody is meant to be in my life, and it's gonna break my heart. Um, is anybody perfect? No. But people know what they do, when they do it. And so, with that, I'm going to move accordingly into this reading. This is again, this is just a general message. Again, if my story resonates with you, and it may help you take a look at, if you have a trust issue, um, it's a great start into maybe working on, your perspective on how you view people, places, and things, and how they fit in your life. So let's see what is going on in the collective energy. Again, clear your mind, clear your thoughts, and we are going to see what is happening. Oh, Spirit, ancestors, Most High, the Divine Universe, give me the truth and the clarity. Help me to see any high or low vibration. Mm. You've been having like these weird dreams, like it's almost like whoever I'm speaking to, and you click on this reading, when you go to sleep, it's almost like you dream and you don't get to sleep. It's almost like you're still awake in your dreams. I have the Nine of Strength upright. Nine of Swords. Are you having dreams? What are your dreams interpreting? Why? Okay. Let's see. With the Nine of Swords as the first card. Spirit, Most High Ancestors, show me the Nine of Swords. If you're having problems sleeping right now, you could be, or you're overthinking, you're in your head a lot, certain thoughts, certain feelings, things like that. This would be your reading or the reading for you. The Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Now, collective, I don't know if this is you or somebody that is in your energy, but it feels like somebody's past actions has caught up with them. Whether this is you, to where you have your actions, your behaviors have committed some form of trickery. It seems like you are being haunted by your consequences. So when I say this, it's like you take a form of action, right? And you think that you'll never pay the price for it. You think you can hurt somebody, you think you can lie, you think you can cheat somebody, you think you can steal from somebody. Whatever it is that you intentionally cause harm to another person. And this again, if you cause harm to another person, this is because you don't trust yourself, right? But at the same time, you causing harm to another person, so you don't love yourself, you don't trust yourself. But it seems like now it is eating up with, like you may be feeling guilt right now. You may be feeling, you're in your head a lot, especially about the actions that you took against another individual. Whether these actions were called for or uncalled for. I think the action you took in this was something that you intentionally set out to do. The King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Oh, King of Swords. At the time, you felt that it was okay to cause pain, to hurt, to inflict some sort of negative emotion towards somebody. Um, Now, you could be an Aquarius, you can have Aquarius in your chart. Um, I don't I don't think it's fair that, the actions or behaviors anybody takes to harm another person is very it is very unjust. sometimes even unwarranted, uncalled for. Um, Maybe this is the kind of person that doesn't think before they act. Um, this could be a person, I don't know, collective, because I didn't get any more cards yet. But this could be a person that's been hurt before. And maybe this person likes to hurt other people. But when it comes to this person's energy, they don't love themselves and they don't trust themselves. And that's where the hurt and the emotional pain stems from. Now, I'm going to pull on your energy signature to see what the direct problem is. Well, something about being left, going left. Once being left, going left. Um, Everything's going left, being left. What are you doing? Center, right? Why do I see left, center, right? Center, left, right. Somewhere where this person is, there's a left, there's a right, and then there's a center. Um, where am I going here, Spirit? Where are you taking me? Mm. I see a traffic light. The traffic light is blowing. The wind is blowing. It's cold. It's rainy. It's damp. It's dark. Um, Somebody here. The windshield wipers are going. I can see the windshield wipers. I can see one hand on the steering wheel. The right hand is on the steering wheel, and you look over and you're talking to somebody. I don't know who you're talking to yet, but I'm going to see. Where are you going? You don't even know where you're going? No, you're going somewhere. You want to go somewhere? You need to go somewhere. Where do you want to go? You want to go somewhere. Left, center, right. The lights, they're flashing. The wind is blowing. The trees, they're blowing. And you start to drive. You go past the light. Um, you feel like a little bit queasy, a little bit. You're feeling like a little something's wrong, something in the body, something's feeling off, something's off. I don't like this feeling. Um, you're driving and you're feeling queasy. You're feeling, I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. You may feel sick. You feel sick. You may feel sick. I want to throw up. I don't like this feeling. It's a like oh, it's a real like collective. I okay. Oh, let me tap out of this. It's a feeling of like I made the mistake of sleeping with somebody, right? And I felt so dirty after I slept with that person that I got in the shower and I was just scrubbing my skin, right? This is the kind of sickness that I felt. It's really dirty. I want to throw up. Okay, let me get out of that person's energy because I definitely know that's where I don't belong. I feel like I want to cry too as well. I feel really emotional. Maybe this person's feeling emotional. I know this person feels dirty. Ew, the skin, like I need to scrub. Like, I don't know. Oh my god. Let me get okay, let me stay out of people's energy. It's oh and then I feel like I want to oh my god. Mm. All right, Spirit, ancestors, Most High, show me the truth about this King of Swords and why this person is regret about some behaviors or actions that they have taken in regards to tearing somebody down. Again, I had a reading yesterday. Remember, I said something about fried chicken? Look what's in the card. And these are new cards. This is the oh, I didn't even tell y'all the card that I'm using. Collective. So I am using the Dungeons and Dragons set. Tarot deck cards. Dungeons and Dragons. And then also I am using what is this? Is his name Walter or Rider Waite tarot deck? My friend let me use the cards, so I didn't want to use my cards because of the energy yesterday. I'm gonna cleanse my cards tonight after I do my readings. But going back, um, so yeah, this is the Dungeons and Dragons. But like I said yesterday, right? Remember, if you look at my reading, I said I had my intuition saw fried chicken, right? And look what this man is holding. This man is holding fried chicken. Okay. This person, what is this person doing? Collective, look at the card. What is this person doing? This is a person using a cooked piece of chicken to kill a chicken. What does this mean? This is the kind of person that will use something against a person that this is like collective. You say something to a person, and this you're open with this person, you're vulnerable with this person, and then that's the same message you tell this person will be the same message they try to use to hurt you. With the seven of strength, this person uses this person may use people to hurt other people. I don't know what that. I don't know. I'm not tapping into the energy though because it's sick. All right, let me see. Show me the King of Swords. Collector, give me one second. Let me see. Am I even saying this right? I looked at the book, Collector. Let me see. Okay, got it. So this has nothing to do with swords, wands, anything like that. Okay, so I'm able to pull. Okay, that's what I thought. I got it. Okay. So with the nine of strength, the seven of strength, and the king of strength, right? Okay, let me break this down. Let me break this down for you, right? In the Dungeons and Dragons tarot card deck, right? Um, each member represents how we see the tarot cards, but underneath it, it has strength, wisdom, things like that to describe. But it's not the same meaning as like what the King of Swords. And I mean, it's somewhat like the King of Swords energy, but it's a little bit different. Okay, so let me break this down to you. With the King of Swords upright, to the seven of strength, to the nine of strength, of why this person is regret, right? This is a person who feels like every decision that they make is the best decision for themselves with the King of Swords, right? Now, in the moment of making a decision for maybe this is you collective or this is somebody you may know, right? This is the kind of person that can act like they know what's best for them, right? And in regards to the seven of strength, right? This is like the external wisdom, right? That people tend to base their decisions off of, right? Everything that's on the external, what's going to affect the external, how the external is going to look, how they want their the how do I say, how they want things to play out in the external. But the King of Swords upright, when the King of Swords upright, a King of Swords upright is going to look at the external and the internal, right? Is this right? Is this fair? Is this just? Does it help people? Does it, is it balanced? Is it fair? Is it justified, right? With the Seven of Strength, this is a person that thinks that their actions that they take is whether it's best for them, um and they feel like the being in the seven of strength, they believe that hurting people is fair. Hurting people is on the external. um Let me put you in your emotions, let me put you in your mental, so you can be affected by me, because now I have a part to play in your life, right? If you have allowed me to affect you mentally and emotionally, and your emotions are invested in me, and I intentionally hurt you, you need to know, like, it's almost like playing with your mind and your heart, because the King of Swords to the seven, this is somebody that will play on your mental and your emotional heartstrings, right? And not even think about the consequences. And you're trying to figure out, like, why would this person do this to me? Why does this person act the way they act? It makes you question yourself, right? Because this is the type of person, right? Like, let's say this, right? We're friends, right? One day I'm all loving, I'm good to you, I'm helping you, I'm doing for you, I'm around, we kicking it, right? And then the next day, I just ghost you, right? And then I don't, let's say, like, you don't hear from me, and you're left trying to contemplate, like, what's going on with Chloe, right? Like, we were just kicking it, we were just fine. And then why would she ghost me like that, right? And then I come back. Let's say I come back a week later, right? I make an appearance, and you're asking all these questions to yourself about why, what I'm saying, why did you even do anything like this, right? I thought it's you questioning, like, who you are, your morality, things like that, right? Now, again, this person moves off of the playing of your mental and your emotions, heartstrings, right? um and then it has you questioning yourself, right? Like, am I messed up? Am I a bad person? Did I do something wrong? These are the questions you're going to be asking yourself. And then you're going to start to, like, start questioning your own identity, right? This is like a strategic play that this person does. Um, and the Seven of Strength, it is to intentionally play with you. It is to intentionally play with your mind and your emotion. Um, the King of Swords, the Seven of Strength, and the Nine of Strength. But somehow, in this very moment, this person, um, it's like in the subconscious, the how do I say, the memories. Um, I don't want to say this in a shrewd way, but those memories of the way this person could have affected you or somebody, anybody. I don't know if this is you that did this, if you're this in King of Swords energy. Because again, the King of Swords came up upright. This is a person that makes decision on the outside, which is, the reflection of people, places, and things, but also on the inside, of a reflection of themselves. So this may be even a person who has a false sense of a reflection, right? And what I mean by this is like, um, collective, you could have a father, right? And your mother tells you the whole time, oh, your father's strong, and he goes to work and he takes care of the house, and he's loyal and he's good to us and he's perfect. He don't do anything. He hang out with his friends, he gets drunk, and then he comes home at night. But the truth really is like, you know, the husband, he really beats himself, he screams at the children, he's messed up, the bills don't get paid, so she has to go out and do what she has to do in order to keep the house afloat. The kids, you know what I'm saying, the kids are struggling because they see what's going on. And then, you know what I'm saying, so again, it's the external and the internal look on it, the how this person's reflection is, and it's a false sense of reflection. Now, at the same time, the gag is let me invest in you to play on your mental and your emotional thoughts, right? That way, when you see me as a good, when you see this, this person now as a good father, but you really don't know who this person really is, right? You're gonna think highly of it, right? It's going to, your perception is going to be like, okay, well, if he's good with his family and his wife, hey, there's that emotional connection, right? But again, you just don't know what's going on inside the home. um this is the type of person uh, that will do you in too. This person could be mentally and emotionally abusive. This person may even be the type to, you know, maybe even ask you for money, never pay you back, or, make you feel sorry for this person. You may be an empath and you just want to, provide this person with gifts and look out for this person. But you really don't know what is really going on inside this person's mind, inside this person's heart. Because this person is in the seven of strength, and this means by all means necessary deceit, trickery, um, attack, hurt. Okay, we have the six of intelligence. Six of intelligence. You ever be around and okay, so let's describe the same person. You ever be around these types of person that pretends to be one way and you really know underneath it all they're actually another way, right? And you'll watch this person interact with other people, right? And you'll see this person play their role, and they'll get other people, you know what I'm saying, but you've already seen it, right? You already know that inside this home this is how this person is. And then you see this person attach themselves to other people. This is the type of person that thinks that they know it all, right? um okay, let me tell you like this, right? This is the type of person that plays on your mental and your emotions, right? And this is the type of person that, that knows. This is the type of person that stays quiet, to themselves, make you think, what's wrong with you? Well, are you okay? Again, I'm playing on this mental and emotional, right? And then this is the type of person, again, they think they're smarter than you, everybody, right? But what are they doing with their lives? Where are they putting that intelligence? You know what I mean? Like, when people think that they're smarter than other people, well, then you should be very successful right now, right? You should be like a millionaire. Like, because if you know it all, you should be in your position should be at a higher position. You should be able, to take, me to new heights. This is a person that thinks they know it all, but where do you place that? What are you doing with, if you know it all, what are you doing with this intelligence? You know what I mean? Um, this person that pretends that they know it all is really manipulating your heart and your mind. Collective, do not be naive. Please don't be naive. It's okay to play the role of being naive. You never want to show your hand. And let's act up, right? We're gonna sit back, we're gonna listen, we're gonna observe, play dumb. You know what I'm saying? When you play dumb and you act naive, you really start to see people and how they play themselves. But yeah, this is how a person that they think they know what's best, and they play on your mental and your emotions, and it's all a trap to hurt you. That's crazy. We got a cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on my board. Why Spirit wants to show me this person, I don't know. But we're going to find out. We are going to find out why this person is on my board. The hangman. the the hangman to the nine of strength, right? This person's stuck in their thoughts, right? No, yeah, the hangman to the nine of strength is that this person is like having strong mental and emotional thoughts right now at this moment. Be very wary of people that are having strong mental emotional thoughts at this time. Just be mindful dealing with people because they'll be quick to crash out. So make sure if somebody's going through something, give them their time and their space, because this person is getting ready to crash out on my board. What are they getting ready to crash out on, Spirit? I'm gonna put this back in because that don't make no sense. It fell on the floor, but it don't make no sense. That's why this person's ready to crash out. Spirit ancestors, why is this person stuck so bad in their mental and emotional thoughts? Show me why. And with the Seven of Wands, here's the trickery. Here's the trick that people this and collective, it's 2026. There's people out here like that will try to, put people in their mental and emotionals. You really got to teach a person how to treat you, how to respect you, because if not, they will try to play with you again. And the first thing that I said when I opened up this reading was about trust. My mistrust started during childhood, and growing up I've always had mistrust. I've even judged the wrong people for mistrust, and like I gave my trust to the wrong people. You see what I'm saying? But I had to learn the hard way of using my intuition and discernment about who the people, places, and things that I allow in my life. And all you gotta do is show me one time. Just show me one time. I'm gonna believe it. Show me the hangman and the seven of strength. We got the knight of charisma. All right, right there. Yeah, we gonna do this together. Uh, the knight of charisma. Yeah, I should have studied this book. I didn't study this book. I may just go up to tarot cards and then study this book tonight and then come back and break this down because I don't know. I ain't even gonna lie. I should have studied this book before I use these cards. The Knight of Charisma. What? Okay. The Knight of Charisma. Finding a way to enjoy routine, take responsibility for our own success and actions, and let go of expectations. The work speaks for itself. Okay. Collective, this is the type of person that, I hate to say it like this, but this person feeds off of putting people in mental and emotional pain. Wow. This person gets off of seeing you hurt or in pain or suffering or in lack or being without. What kind of nonsense is this? Okay, I'm switch to my tarot. What we got on this board? And y'all don't have to believe this reading or not, but I promise you, I have encountered a person like this. I know somebody like this. Let's call a spade a spade. I know a person just like this. Why this person on my board? Mm, mm, mm. Feeds off of, it's the energy of and let me tell you, energy is real. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you feel the vibrations, like you could be having your feet on the floor and then you feel the floor vibrating and you feel that vibration going through your legs. That's energy. Energy is real. The sun's energy, the moon's energy, our own energy. And what do you think I read off of? I read off of your energy signature. I can't really tell you what's going on in your energy because I don't have that permission. But your signature, I can see kind of a little bit where you are and what's going on. I can see more of what's around you. So collective, could be you or this could be a person that's around you. So be mindful. But this is like a person that feeds off of negativity, feeds off of people's mentals, their emotions, you know. Um, if you let me say this for example, if you really love me, right? And then I break your heart and you know, it's like testing your love, testing your loyalty, testing your patience, you know. This kind of person will stress you out. It sure did me. It did me. I swear to God, it did me. No lie. It stressed me out. It energetically drained me. Baby, I will never repeat another lesson. I would not, and I wouldn't even wish that on anybody what I had to deal with when I dealt with somebody like this. It was a tough time for me. Let's see. Spirit, show me. Show me this person. I need to see this person. I need to see this person. Why is this person on this board? What does the collective need to know about the person in their energy? Or collective, if this is you watching, baby, you are being called out. And I ain't trying to throw you under the bus, but, you know, spirit is on my board. Why is this person on my board? Why is this person here? The magician is in reverse. You know, collective, I don't know if you believe in spirituality, if you believe in religion, wherever you believe in, you know, when we believe in something greater than ourselves, we have that type of faith. And the magician upright is having the tools necessary to manifest the things that you want in life that are for good, that are for growth, that are for success, that are for stability, especially in regards to the family around you, right? You know, how you operate with family, how people see you, how you see people, things like that, how we're moving in life, right? Um, with the magician in reverse, this is the type of person that whether you know you believe in evil eye, whether or not when a person wishes bad on you, when a person is hoping that something bad will happen, when a person can go on Amazon or Temu and order a book about how to cast spells and things like that, right? And we're talking about there's different religions, different beliefs. I am not the one to judge, right? But in this one, the magician in reverse to the hangman stuck to the nine of swords. I don't know what this person did, but this person did some sort of magic. And it feels like the magic has backfired on the person. And we can say, okay, that's karma, you reap what you sow, things like that. But can you imagine collective, like, as I'm reading this, right? And we do know that people do, you know what I'm saying? They do candle magic and they do, you know, root work magic, hoodoo, voodoo. And they use it for ill intentions. That would be this situation as well. This is somebody who somebody may have taught this person or this person has learned how to do it. Show me the Magician to the Knight of Charisma. This is the action that this person was taking to justify why they wanted things, why they want you to feel hurt and broken. Why, Spirit? Show me why. Why does this person take this action to make the collective? This could be a family member. You just don't know who people are. This could be a friend. This could be anybody. I know it's not me because I would never do that. When I eat, you eat. When I win, you're going to win. I believe in God, the Lord, the Most High. I swear, I surrender. But this right here, I don't know. This is a total opposite of who I am. This is no. With the Six of Cups in reverse. This is the person you could have given to at one set of time. Whether you left this partnership, left a friendship, left a situationship, a relationship, you could have cut this person off, right? Um, you could have felt like, this person maybe, was just not in alignment with you anymore at the time. Like I said, this person could be like create a lot of stress in your life. And so, with that stress, you don't want nobody like that around, especially when you have dreams, you have goals, you have motives and intentions to, um, we all have to eat, we all have to live, we all have to pay bills. But you could have cut this person off. You may have felt like this person was just not on the same, like with the same mindset as you. I'm just saying like that. Show me this King of Swords. Show me this King of Swords. Show me this King of Swords. Again, with the trickery. Again, this kind of person that, they do wrong, you know what I'm saying? And you give a person the benefit of the doubt, and then they come back and they apologize only to do the same thing again. Like, and then, like, okay, you forgive that person, right? The first time. And then you're like, you get mad, you get angry, da 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 da, right? Because you don't understand why the person did what they did in the first place. And then you give them a second chance because here's the benefit of the doubt. And then they want to do it again. And then they want to do it again. And you already start to see this person's MO. You see how this person's character is, their mindset, and things like that. And it's just not agreeing. Now, by cutting this person off from the Seven of Swords, makes this person feel some type of way. Who are you to cut this person off? So now this person feels like entitled, right? Why did you cut me off? You know what I'm saying? And why did you walk away? Why did you leave me? And who do the F you think you are that's going to do that to me? This may be an overbearing, this may be a forceful person. Again, do not take the quiet for weakness because that's just the shell of the egg. You know what I'm saying? That's to attract you to this person. Something about this person you get attracted to. The quietness is the outer shell. Oh, you think this person's cool, calm, quiet, relaxed, that they mind their own business. But in reality, when you crack this egg open, you're in a world of chaos, confusion, pain, setback. It could set you back financially because you're stressed. It could really make you feel some type of way. So now you're confused about what you should be doing, how you're moving, how you when you wake up in the morning, and then you're questioning your whole identity because you allowed this person to come into your life and throw it off. And that's why you had to take a leap of faith and move in a different direction, leaving this person alone. If it's just not healthy, it's not healthy. And if this person's not bringing in an equal reciprocal relationship that, and again, this person knows it all, right? So since you know it all, then help us grow together to build, to make money. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not this is love, this is business, this is just with anything. Anytime my friends, my partnerships, situationships, lovers come into play, baby, we're gonna reciprocate, we're gonna grow. No, this is not. This person wants to make you feel imbalanced. That's the whole setup. Let me get what I can from you and then walk away from you and throw your whole life away, basically. Whether, I don't know if this person has done it to other people and gotten away from this, but collective, let me make you aware now. There's a person out in this world like this, and I even met one. I have met one like this. Do I still have love for the person? Yeah, I'm always gonna love people, right? But no, you'll never get that opportunity to come around me again. Oh heck, no, plaintiff, no. I promise you. And heed my warning. Be mindful of people that play the part. And when you crack that egg open, it's game over. My finances, I had like so much money saved up. I was so in my mental emotions. I went down to like I had so much. Yeah, and then my goals, my dreams, my aspirations. Let me tell you, my whole world was flipped upside down dealing with that individual. Why? Because I actually showed love to a person I couldn't understand, right? Let me see the potential in you, right? Let me be there for you, when I got this whole delusion in my head, right? There's that trickery, right? I felt sorry. I didn't feel sorry. I had a moment of empathy for a person. That's what it was. And that right there causes trust issues with other people. Now, after experiencing something like that, you're not willing to trust anybody. You're not willing to give love. And now you got to be choosy about who you love. You see what I'm saying? It sucks that there's people out here like this in this world. Like, and they can go get help. Um, I'll say this would be coined the term of like a narcissistic individual, basically. But this is somebody that's skilled at it. You know what I mean? Like really skilled. Seven of Pentacles. Again, this person could have repeated the same patterns over and over to you. Um, what did you do? Were you blinded? Did you have the rose-colored glasses on? Like, but this person invested in making you feel some type of way. Even shift blaming as well. It's on your fault. The reason why they aren't the way they are. May even blame you now. It's on your fault why you walked away. uh-huh. It's all your fault why you hurt me. They don't be thinking about the behaviors and the actions they take when they hurt you. And look, they feel heavily burdened at this moment. Somebody's carrying a lot of weight on their back, on their shoulders right now. Mm-hmm. Somebody's carrying a lot of weight. That's Ten of Wands. Or if I look at this in another way, collective, the last person you could have been involved with, whether person, place, thing, situation that caused some sort of emotional trauma, mental pain, things like that, right? It could have taken you some time to heal from the situation. I mean, really just unpacking every single moment that you spent with another person. Um, every moment that you were isolated and alone, like wondering why and how things played out the way that they did. Um, so I can look at this either way, whether or not this person is heavily burdened by their actions, or this is you, and it was like all them the wands that you had to pick up, and well, you had to have the strength to pick up and not let it break you. What is dang? Yeah, look, four cups, to the heartbreak. This person betrayed you. This person betrayed you. This person would hold back time. This person would hold back energy. Person could hold back love. This person could make believe, but like it's like selling you a dream. Like, like this person was gonna be in your life, right? And that we could be together. We could build together. We can do something together. Things like that, right? Only to break your heart. Only to put three swords in your heart. And again, this person feeds off of your emotional pain, which is sick. They hold back intentionally, especially if you went through a rough time in your life. You would think like a person would recognize their mistakes and come back and have accountability and say, hey, I apologize. I was feeling, I was thinking, I was doing some sort of way. But can you imagine when a person really traumatizes you and never takes accountability for anything that they do? That sits deeper. That's some really like deep emotional pain. You really got to sit back and you have to find the closure within yourself. And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people give up. A lot of people kill themselves. A lot of people turn cuckoo for cocoa puffs because of people like this. It's crazy. What else, Spirit? Show me this person. I didn't collective and let me be the witness. I didn't go cuckoo for cocoa puffs, baby. Let me share something with you, and it's almost like it's called a karmic lesson, right? Where you come across somebody that's here to teach you a lesson. And it did, right? I was at the point of suicide, collective. Let me just be honest here with you, because I couldn't understand. I mean, I ain't never let a man do me, guys. I thought it was my karma, because I would intentionally break men's heart, but now I let a man break my heart, and I was feeling some sort of way about it. How I'm gonna let a man break? I'll never. You know what I'm saying? It was because I was hurt, right? I already had trust issues. I was already been through enough in the past, right? And not even having just to have the strength to not like avoid the situation, not think about it, and think that I can invest and invest and invest in other people, and think that maybe one day somebody was going to be in my life that I can call a friend, that I can call family, that I can call a lover, that I can call my boss, and things like that. But yet people failed me. When I was at that rock bottom point, let me tell you, collective, what I did. I got up, and that was the day that I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself, because I couldn't recognize myself. And I prayed to God. I said, God, I surrender. I give up. I keep putting people, places, and things before you, and I'm always losing. I'm just tired of not my life getting any better. I'm tired of coming across the same people, places, and things that keep hurting me. I said, God, help me, take me through this, help me heal from this, and make me be the person you want me to be, baby. And after that, I said, I will follow everything you ask me to do. You tell me to do, I will obey. And ever since that day, I listened to my intuition, I listened to my discernment, and my life has become better. But this time around, I put my God before people, places, and things. And that has made the biggest difference in the healing journey within myself. Because whatever emotion, mental, anything that's going on, the first thing I'm going to do is go in prayer. And then I'm going to say, what is it within me to allow me to make me think and feel and do these types of ways? And that's where the Game Change Collective, I started to like, baby, if you knew me, who I used to be, you would just know. You really would. Let's see, keep going. So this person intentionally hold back. Now that is my story. If you've been through this, again, or you going through this now, this may be, when it's time to call upon the Most High, I surrender this person that I encounter. Like, oh, I surrendered that to God. I said, no, God, you handle that, because if it was me, baby, I'm I'm about to go get me a 9 millimeter. I couldn't believe it, man. Like that, I was so hurt. I was so mad, angry. I let people, places, and things make me want to take my own self out. How dare I allow a person, place, or thing make me feel like I wanted to take myself out? Never again. Never. Never. And the moon. Here we go with the moon. So this person has some secrets going on, collective. The moon is like the shadow, the mother aspect of this. This person could have mother trauma, like, an absent mother. This person could be like an emotional pain over a person, place, or thing, and they harbor that on the inside so deep, collective, where it's dark. It's like dark, like a void in this person. This person is running off of an emotional, mental void. Okay. What is this Ten of Wands? Is this a collective, or is this person? Show me the moon. Page of Swords. This person is scared to confront you, collective. With secrets here. Something about the unknown. Because the moon is hidden. It's something we don't know. Again, and I don't know why this person's energy is on my board, because normally I don't pick up energy unless somebody is holding in some sort of feeling, and that emotion is so strong that it takes over what I'm saying, the tarot card reading, which is why it's popping up on my board. So this person's energy is very strong. Again, like I said, this person could come off as being strong, forceful, like masculine, be like, what I'm saying? That kind of energy. It's strong on this board. But if there's a feminine that that be acting like a masculine, it could be her too. That energy is strong. Okay, so the Page of Swords is no. Okay, so this person is heavily burdened, carrying the Ten of Wands, and it's hard to face you, collective. I don't know why, because we already know what has happened, what has occurred in this situation, which is the heartbreak. And this person's scared to face you. So show me the heartbreak to why this person was holding back. Show me the heartbreak to. Because you put this to rest, collective. You put this to rest. You put this to rest. This is something that this is someone, a person, place, or thing, um, that no matter how it affected you, it's almost like you knew, like, you really had to walk away. You really have to walk away from it. Whether this has happened in the past, this is the present, or this could come to you in the future. I'm not sure whose story, where this is, but this is a heartbreak that you're gonna have to heal and let it and put it to rest. You know, when you okay, so like I'm a water sign, right? Now, as a water sign, like when we go deep, we go in deep thinking, deep feeling, things like that, right? And when I say even when I speak to groups of people, right, my idealism, my concepts, and everything like that, right? I look on a deeper aspect of, let's say on a deeper aspect of sexual trauma, right? Now, I don't look at the action that was taken, right? But what I really want to look at as, like, I look at that at its core. What would make a person do an act of sexual trauma, right? And so the sexual trauma would be like, what I'm saying, they were abused by their father as a child, right? So now they don't know how to handle their sexuality, right? But then it gets a little bit deeper like that, right? Because you don't have to be, what is that saying called where you have the choice not to be like the perpetrator, right? We don't, I mean, I've been through some things, but I never turned out to be like them. What I have turned out to be was somebody that can share, a beautiful person that could share the experience of somebody who's made it through, but I never turned out to be like them. This right here is like when you connect with somebody on a deep emotional and mental level of where people have been through in life. Um, be mindful of, really spreading yourself thin when you're coming across people that are going through certain situations, right? Because you can feel sad for the person, you can feel bad for the person, but you may not know what that person did to get into the situation that they're in. And this right here, you would really have to like, it'll break your heart, but you'll heal, and then you'll release it and you'll let it go. Life goes on, right? Would be like a karmic lesson again. And what does this prepare us for? Because when you put this to rest, what comes in? So we're gonna shift this reading because I just described a whole mental patient. And I'm not trying to make fun of this person. But there's really people that are in the mental hospitals that need to be released, and there's people out here in the world that need to be in the mental hospital. And it's crazy how this world works backwards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Collective, whatever you are focused on, spirit is saying stay focused on whatever you are working on. Whether that's you protecting, your peace of mind, protecting your heart. I mean, it's cool to, really know who the people in your circle is and being around people that, you know, it's not like, and I heard Kevin Gates say this, right? How can you say, because I went to his concert, he was like, and he was talking about a relationship he was in, right? And he said it in the concert, he said he had to scream to this in while in his relationship. He said, how can you say you love me when you treat me like you hate me? And that's crazy. How can people say that they love you but then treat you like they hate you? Again, it is their own, they don't, there's no self-love, there's no trust. This is a person that has no trust and no love, and you can't feel sorry for the person because this person does not have to be like this. The person can learn from that and be the opposite, but this person chooses to be like the perpetrator. This person allowed the, how do I say this, when we give up so easily and we become like the people that hurt us, that's when we say they win. We allow people like that. When we allow people to hurt us and we become people like that, they win. But when people hurt us and we do something different and we don't become like them, in the end we win. And thank you for showing me that I will never, ever, 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 ever let you in my life again. I won't. I'm not. It's crazy. This is some cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs kind of. All right. So again, collective. Um, Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. So Spirit and I'm oh, not this person. Seven of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Whether you have a family or not. You may have friends. You have a soul tribe. People that speak life into you. People that support you. During the springtime and summertime, it's going to be a refreshing time for you. You're going to rejuvenate. You're going to be out in the sun. It's almost like, okay, so sometimes people say like the new year is not in January, the new year begins in the spring. So, March 21st becomes the spring equinox. So, when we start warming up, collective, so will your heart, so will your mind. With the one, two, three, four, five, seven, eight of pentacles. Um, Things are going to be flowing for you. And what I mean by flowing is like you're going to be busy, you're going to be on the go, you're going to have your cups, you're going to have so many cups to choose from, right? And each cup is going to be full. And in these cups, you're going to have people around you that is going to love and support you. So whether or not you have dealt with a situation like this is what's coming to you in the future. Or you come across where you find this reading and you come across where you find you see that you are in a situation like this. um Baby, this is like a whole, this is almost like, how do I say, you really have to go through a karmic lesson in life to come across what's truly meant for you. And I believe that for everybody, we've all been through that situation and those karmic lessons. But it really awakens our eyes. But if you get through it, the outcome, Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, investing, a lot of places. Whatever your creative mind, whatever your art is, whatever you like to do it. Put yourself out there. During the springtime when everybody starts to get back out, maybe you like to cook, maybe you like to sew, maybe you like to make funny animal pin clips, whatever it is, do it. If you like to draw, if you like to sing, make music, rap, I don't know, dance, you do content on social media, um or you actually make a video and you share your experience of the multiple stories that you've been through to help out another person. um it's gonna bring you some sort of happiness, and you will no longer be in regret about the people, the places, and the things where you invested your time, your energy, your money, your loyalty, but overall you invested your heart, and only to see that the people, places, and things have played with that. You will not be like that. It'll be a lesson to teach you. What else, Spirit? With the nine. Oh, baby, what kind of reading? What do you got going on, Collective? What do you have going on? What kind of reading? And why am I seeing these things? Oh my God, this is crazy. Look, Collective. Let me get a smaller card. The person is naked. The star. The star. What the star means is like this is um it's almost like self-actualization. Um the self-awareness of who you are, self-acceptance, um, who you love, who's going to be around you, what you like to do for a living, what's your purpose, what's your passion, what are you inspired to do, this is your destiny. You're on your journey. Whether it's a spiritual, religious journey, whether it's a personal journey, um, but this journey for you is the star energy. And I will say that if there would have been anybody more blessed and able to even be on this channel and watch me, right, Collective, somehow, um, the universe, the Most High, and whoever you subscribe to in this very moment, it's us. You ever think about We all have different like fingerprints, right? Which makes us our own individuals, right? But yet we all look the same. We have the same eyes, the same ears, the nose. Um, it's something about the uniqueness in people, um, to where I think the world is awakening, to the gifted, unique people. I am LGBTQ, but I don't ask to be judged because my intentions, I'm not out here sleeping with men and doing things. No, I'm sharing my experience to help heal people. Who would have thought, you know? But that's what makes me an individual and unique. And I'm creative and I bring a spark to life. I speak life into you, collective, like get to being creative, get to building, get to being around people you love, be around people that's going to support you. We may not share the same blood, but we are family. Um, and you call me if anything goes down, because I promise you I'm gonna show up. And I'm ready to fight those battles. You don't have to fight the battles alone. Maybe you could have been, for many years, you could have fought silent battles alone. Um, it's a battle of the mind, right? You could have been in a war in your head for so many years. Collective, you don't have to fight anymore. Um, you have me, and you have people coming towards you that is going to, you know, keep you motivated, inspire you. What do you want to do? Let's go to the gym. Do you want to eat healthier? Okay, let's go to the store. Let's buy some blueberry feta cheese. I don't know. Take that as that resonates, but you got that coming. It's almost like if you have been feeling like you were not living before, like it's the same routine, you've been going to work and da 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 da. Your life is about to change. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Your life is about to change. The endings of old cycles. This is the ending of an old cycle. The way people, the things that we allowed, the things, the people that we judge, the people that get mistreated, that get people, the innocent children and the elderly that get abused, collective, um, it's time for change. So it's becoming the ending of a cycle. A lot of people are waking up to the false reality that they've been living in. We've been allowing manipulative people to take advantage of us all for too long. Um, and it's those same people we call family, we call friends, that never deserved a seat at our own table. Um, it's almost like people are awakening now to seeing things from a different perspective and learning how to rebuild. And this means, even starting at the bottom. I'll give you my perspective on starting from the bottom. Starting from the bottom is always a blessing because you can always create to rebuild it and from the eyes as you see it. So with this collective, by spring, by March 21st, equinox, um, get your boots laced up, get those spring dresses out. Um, Women, be ready to do your hair, do your nails, whatever you're gonna do to feel your best self. For the men, you know, it's for do your self care because by March, things are going to start happening. You're going to see the world moving a little bit faster. You are going to see um, new businesses, new things, new creative ideas. And I'm getting you ready now. Here's the blueprint. Get your piece of paper out. Start writing down these ideas because you're going to come across people that are going to invest in you and you are going to want to invest in other people. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to be in poverty. The economics does not have to be so high. We allow them to be this way because this is what we've accepting Again, it's a death to an old cycle and the rebuilding to a new. Switch to American products. People can open up American stores and start manufacturing American products. I don't know what you're going to do, collective. Who's going to invent the flying, six-door car? When are we going to have the flying shoes? Who's taking our technology somewhere to new heights? AI, they got AI robots already in China and Japan. Where's America? Are we behind in the ages? Are we allowing our government to dictate how our forward movement is? Or are we going to take back power and create this forward movement? But again, by March 21st, it'll be your choice to decide whether you are going to stay in the old cycle or you're going to step into the new future. Um, that's what I see, collective. And oh, look, judgment is in reverse. Judgment is in reverse. With judgment in reverse, this is saying, and I'm not going to make this too long. Um, for those that can resonate with this, um, in that moment that you've been through certain things in life, right? When you're happy, you're happy. When you're sad, you're sad. When you're mad, you're mad. Either way, you had to deal with it. You coped. You dealt with these things, right? But you never gave up. Somehow you listened to your intuition. You could have silently prayed, God, why me? God, why do I have to go through this? Why is the world like this? Things that'll, make you want to seek answers. But yet the strength within you was like, I still have to keep going. If you can resonate with that type of energy, then this would be you. The judgment is in reverse. You could have been the type where you could have, been willing to give people your last, and people took your last and left you when you didn't have nothing. Who were you to call? You know, um, Situations where you've been down and out. There was nobody there to help you, but you still made it through. You had to feed your kids. Didn't know how you were gonna get to the next day. Kind of moment, collective. I'm telling you, them trenches of struggle, but yet you made it through. Hmm. This message is for you. You had the strength and the courage to make it through. It's okay. What a blessing. So thank you for choosing Truth Heals 1111. I'm gonna post this to my YouTube video. So I don't want us to sit in this reading. So let's see. Um, Take a look at some of the places you've been in life. And think of the strength and resiliency that you have within yourself, the determination, the hard work, the hard time that you put in, right? It may not have been fair at the time that you wanted it to be fair, but somehow the universe said, I need you to understand this situation. I need you to see things for what they are, because when I turn your life around, you'll understand why I put you in the places that I needed you to be in. Somehow, whatever you've been through, you were supposed to be through. You were in alignment with the universe in order to see something, to get through it, in order to be put in where, and I believe in God, right? I'm going to say this. God placed you in those places for you to learn through the experience, so he could take you to a place to where you'll know better, you'll see better, you'll do better, and you'll be able to hold the blessings that comes from the universe, from the most high. I don't shoot the messenger. I'm just not. Okay, thank you for choosing Truth Heals 1111. Okay, so whose ancestor loves cherry pie? Somebody's spirit guide said, if you have an altar, they want some of your cherry pie. You like cherry? I don't eat cherries. I don't know what cherries is, but I mean, I know what cherries is, but I don't eat cherries. But somebody's ancestor says put cherry pie on the altar. Um, Collective, make a little altar for your ancestors. Put pictures of your grandparents, and go in silent. Pray for them too as well. Ask for protection. Ask for guidance. Speak to me in times of speaking. I promise you, we are living in Christ-like times right now. You call on the ancestors. I promise you, they'll answer. They'll show you signs. You can see crows, which is messages. If you see birds, they're messengers. Certain orbs, certain colors, certain reflections on the side of the eye. Um, read into that. There are certain things connected with religious and spirituality. Um, I had to tap in, but check into that in order to get in tune with, your ancestry and things like that. But again, I'm so much for that. I love each and every one of you. Have a good night. Very grateful. And I will see you on YouTube when I do my next reading. Love you.